music's removed from the You ready for it, my G? What is up, and welcome to yet another episode of the Miseducation of Music. You are here with J-Treb as always, but today I got a special guest in the building, man. I have the creator, the filmmaker, the director, Ja-Wan The Director, bro. What's up, man?
My boy.
How are you doing today, my G?
I'm all good, bro. I'm blessed to be here.
That's what's up, man. I want to sing your praises a little bit in the intro, bro. You have worked with everybody from Fada to Go Haze, YV or Swalo, is it?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Man, come on. Cassius Tay.
Yep,
we can keep going down the list. Product shots, man. Events. You do so much work, man.
Yeah.
So worthy of the director title being in your name. And on top of that, bro, you got almost like 1 million views on YouTube on the Reinvented channel.
Yeah, I'll be going crazy.
Man, we got to dive into it today, bro. You going crazy, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad to have you on the show, man. Now, I want to get just started from how did you get into this? Like, your name is Ja-Wan The Director, bro. It's obviously a part of your identity. When did you get into this, man? How did you pick this up?
Man, it's a long story, but
man, we got time.
I'm gonna say one thing. Because we was talking earlier about how we all try to do everything within the culture of music. Like, I started like making music. I started freestyling when I was 7.
Okay.
So I did that for a minute. Like, I really stopped liking rapping when I was told I had to write it.
Oh, okay. You was like, bro, okay, we bringing pen and paper.
Yeah.
That's too much work.
You're making me think about it. Like,
it sounds like homework. I'm out.
Yeah. I couldn't really get with it. And let me tell you how we used to make music. Like, we used to be outside, like me and my homies and stuff. Like, I made us, have a rap group. I kind of just assembled, like, bro, let's rap. Like,
it's like, bro, everybody, you can put some words together. I can put some words together.
Bro, let's just rap.
Let's just stand around this radio real quick.
Yeah, that's what we did. That's exactly what we did. We took a radio, we stood by, and I had an MP3 player.
Oh,
my grandma's always buying me stuff. She bought me an MP3 player, and I used to just record
I had
rapping.
so many MP3 players, bro. I had the different size ones, the ones you put the SD card in, bro. The one you had the microphone on it, bro.
Yeah, I had the mic on my joint.
The joints was cold.
He was making mixtapes in like 2007.
Bro, I remember
LimeWire
this era. There's so much nostalgia. I'm thinking of LimeWire looking for instrumentals right now.
Maybe being 10 was my prime, like, because of that.
Man, maybe that was the peak. Like, that was when I really wanted it. Yeah. I need that grind with today's knowledge.
That was like the epitome of my hustle for sure.
Man, okay.
Burning discs, bro. We had like this burnt like that much.
Bro, y'all had the whole mixtapes ready. Now you rapping, you not writing the lyrics down, but you was obviously in it. So how did that transition over to saying like, okay, let me pick up the camera and film these people standing around this radio?
So like I start performing. Once again, my grandma buying me stuff. She bought me a camera.
Man,
okay.
Shout out to grandma, bro.
Going crazy.
She was just like, you gonna find something you love. Like,
and giving me technology though.
That's what's up.
Nobody in the family is really like, well, I had like my cousin like good with tech, but besides him, we all like into art, you know. So like really like paint and drawing. I can't paint and draw, but everybody in my family can.
Man, because I was about to say we was gonna touch on it at some point, but you also was making clothes at one point during the pandemic that was cold as hell. Bruh, it's like just creativity everywhere.
Yeah. We could definitely talk about all my creativity. but as far as the camera thing, I started shooting videos from, me and my homies. And then I just started like just making my own stuff with the camera. Like by the time I was in 7th grade,
you was just like, I could tell a narrative with this. Like you knew at that point.
I was making movies, like
man, that's so awesome.
Like just I was doing it by myself in the crib, and then like putting it together on my computer. And then when I got into high school, I think it was like my freshman year. After my freshman year, I think I saved money to get a camera, and then I just started shooting videos with people around me. And ironically, I was doing that like when the drill wave started, but I wasn't looking at the drill wave like I want to get on this wave because it was just happening at the same time. Like I'm buying a camera as like videos coming out.
I'm buying a camera as everybody wants to see music
in the mail.
videos.
Yeah, you feel me? So it was like, at that point though, it was like now I'm not even thinking I had an idea to be first with it either, but I'm just thinking about how can I do something because I knew I couldn't make movies and the only thing I could do at the moment to get stuff out there with shoot videos.
Got you. So I was about to ask, how did the music videos come in as opposed to the more narrative stuff? Yeah. Why didn't you think you could like shoot movies then?
I didn't think I had the manpower or the money or nothing like that to do it.
Got you.
And I didn't want to be in everything by myself.
But you knew everybody needed a music video.
Yeah, for sure. And they could put it out and they had people that would watch it.
Now, what are some of the first inspirations you took for going to a music video, like going to make your own? I mean, even to like storyboard one, I don't even get the process. So like, how did you even get started? Like somebody says, I want a music video, here's the song. Yeah. How did you get into that?
Back then or now?
Like, I mean, I want to know back then, and then we can compare it to now, because I imagine now it's different with Reinvented Pictures. We both got the shirt on. Yeah. Like, I'm sure they gotta come correct now. Like,
yeah, for sure. And I gotta come correct too. Like, I take pride in coming correct. But back then, it wasn't necessarily coming correct. I didn't even understand what all of that was. But yeah, back then it was just more so like run a gun. And then we would kind of get into stories a little bit, but we would be shooting the story while trying to make a story while shooting the video.
Gotcha.
You got. You know,
so the storyboard is on the shoot.
On the shoot, we on the fly with it.
Okay, hold up. So if you look back there, that look kind of cool. So stand right there and do the second verse, but then we're gonna do the first verse.
Then you got the random nigga coming around like, "Hey, bro, get my, you feel me? Get my."
Somebody just dancing in the background.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you're not even in the video for real. So they ain't gonna lie, like it kind of got annoying. Just trying to figure out everything on the fly, and then it's like you trying to shoot the video and like figure out a concept of the artist, but you got 6 different directors. Yeah. Everybody an expert.
I was about to say, especially when you deal with rappers, because I imagine when they write a song out, they probably are seeing something in their head. Yeah. They're trying to translate that to you, but you're also trying to add your own sauce to it. So, like, if that was the running gun back then, what is it now, and how do you kind of get that to meld together? Because, like, I mean, especially in some of your brother's work, some of Cash's stuff, I'm just like, the video and the music are married right here. Yeah. Like, it's like I can see both of y'all shining through and your lights through, like, the videos and just the way you all put them together. So how does it work now?
It's always a communication-based process.
Okay. You know
what I'm saying? Like, before we get on anything, I make sure we on, like, one accord. So I always try to, like, it's like in the business world, they call it prospecting. But,
got you.
But it's just like, I just sit down with my people and I try to figure out what they want.
You got to have that brainstorm beforehand. We ain't doing 6 directors on shoot no more. Nah, we got to have one unified vision.
We got a vision. And cause like, once we figure out this vision, we got to really lock in on executing it, because like the shoots not like how they used to be where I just show up with a camera. And just, you feel me, run around twisting that mug in my hands.
It's like, bro, really, but this will look dope if I just like do this a couple times.
Tweaking with it.
you jump that way and I'm gonna jump this way.
Yeah. Now we put it on gimbals and all different type of stuff. We got cameras rigged up, and it's just a lot now. So to just be prepared is big for like what I like to do. But also I want them to have a vision, but they're not really gonna ever really see it. But I've been kind of getting better with my storyboarding process. Like the way I accumulate my references, because
it's almost like that, like selling it to somebody to get really them to see what's in your head from that. And storyboarding is so dope in my opinion. Like people who can do it, I'm just like, how are you, using these scenes and then adding your own creativity to show something new? Because you can always see the vision when somebody puts together a storyboard correctly. And like, how is that process when dealing with, somebody who wrote a song, months ago and they already have something? Like, do they get involved in that process with you, or do you kind of just like do the brainstorm and then come back with it?
If I make sure they had ideas first, because I like to be efficient. So it's like, I don't want to make something. They be like, wait, I want to do this. It's like, you got anything you picture for that video? And then like one person who really be having stuff, Cassius for sure be having stuff. Sometimes he don't though, but a lot of times he be having stuff like his Better You promo, he for sure be having it.
Yeah, I was about to say that promo right now, like just the videos are so beautiful and it just is so good with that music. Man, I'm so excited, bro.
It's crazy. But like he be knowing, sometimes he be knowing, YV, he be knowing too a lot. Even if he don't know the whole visual, he knows some certain stuff he want.
Yeah, it's like this video definitely gotta have this, and then you kind of take that and man, shout out Fade in the studio as well.
Yeah, he really here with me right now. Yeah, and it's crazy because when it comes to story videos, like the video we did one video that kind of like pinnacle my storytelling career. I mean, I was already telling stories at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got a new one where he's sitting down in that fishing chair. Is that
not even that one. We're talking about this video, Saturday morning cartoons. We did in 2018.
Y'all really do though.
But A&R is a byproduct. That was A&R. How we
because A&R went crazy with that one.
Yeah, that's because we just set that bar with Saturday morning cartoons though.
Okay, so there's always like this competition of going against yourself almost. With
when we just know what we want to create though too.
That's what's
kind of impact the work we want to make.
You're going for the reaction more so than you're like something else. Like you're going for like, this is how I want it to hit you. I
mean, that I guess you could say that could be a point, like how I hit you, how I resonate with you for sure. But I don't know if it's the first thing we think about. Yeah, we think we just like get into it like based off of how the song feel.
Definitely.
And then that's how, like, when the storyboarding process come on, like, sometimes we just know, like, okay, we want it to feel like this. We want this character to be doing this. I don't really know what this person should be doing, but they should be in this area.
But they should be in here and this. And it's like, okay, now we can build from that. And you get a whole... That's so awesome, man.
Sometimes it's not
That's such a cool process.
It is.
Now, I do want to know from a director's standpoint, are there some videos that you either have turned down or would turn down based on like just some, oh yeah, but you said yeah so quick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's like, yeah, there's a couple that just don't make it through the cracks. Would it be through lack of story or like kind of what puts you off of a project when it comes to being in that musical realm?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like we was having a conversation about, I feel like saying no is important just as a creator, even like
100%. You cannot say yes to every project.
And I just like feel like Reinvented has to represent something in a certain way, like how it just the art. So for one, like I just feel like if somebody's never been exposed to like a super artistic based visual before, I won't even work with them because they won't understand the process.
Yeah, you know it's almost like I can't relay this to you, so this would waste our time.
Right? You don't even have the patience to sit down and write a treatment. Like you just want to shoot the video today.
Yeah, it's like you just want it to look like something you just watched.
Yeah, you feel me? Like just pull out the cam and just you know what I'm saying. Like if all your videos shot in the same place all the same time and it's just anybody can shoot this video, then I'm not the one.
Yeah, it's like you could have just gave your homie the camera because you already know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna continue that same expectation. Like, how come my video not done in 2 days? It's cause like, man, you know how much stuff I gotta do to make your video look the way it is. You feel me?
It's like you think it's this, but man, there's so much behind the scenes there.
Yeah, it's like you're not familiar with the process. So I ain't gonna lie, like I really prospect people too. Like the way people watch us, I watch them. Like, and it's like I can't. If somebody hasn't really like taken that path, it's almost like get there and then
and then it's like it's
you gotta be familiar with what's going on,
not a no forever.
Yeah. You gotta be familiar with what's really going on, bro.
Yeah.
Because I pride myself in not making my stuff like the other people do. You know what I'm saying?
So the key is to have that creativity within it, and I mean I think that's dope. It makes sure that Reinvented sets this bar.
Yeah, it has a bar.
That's what's up, man.
I'm really like I look at this as my legacy though. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't really want to be like nobody, but I look at Hype Williams as somebody that's dope because he like stamped a place with his visuals.
You know it's Hype Williams.
Yeah, you feel
like
me?
It's a very intense signature on his videos that you don't even notice sometimes. Yeah. Like you'll just be watching and be like, oh, this feels like another one. You're like, yeah, because it's both of them are Hype.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, man. Now, you were mentioning your legacy being reinvented, and I want to dive into this, man. Now, we talked a little bit about the music videos, but Reinvented is much more than that, man. Can you tell me a little bit about your company?
Yeah. So, like, Reinvented, basically, like, how I ended up starting was with Dorian. You know?
Shout out.
Shout out my boy D-Lou. And we was shooting, like, I was shooting videos, and he just started shooting, picking up a camera, taking pictures or whatever. Yeah. And we was thinking about just like making the company. I was shooting videos under my government name, Ja-Wan Gardner. but people were calling me Ja-Wan The Director. I ended up getting that name. I never gave myself.
That's what's up. That's cool. Yeah, I gave myself my name. No shame.
I actually got my nickname. Like, I can say that.
My nickname was I gave my shit to myself.
I feel it though. But I take pride in just how I got the name because I was just in my element.
That's what's up, man. Hey, that's well earned. That's a deserved name. That's what's up.
Thank you. So from that point, I was like, man, my mindset was I had to reinvent myself.
Man, okay. So right there.
Right there, I looked at him like, hey, bro, we should call it Reinvented Pictures. You feel me? Like, and I just felt like it sounded like it could be something that was just more than a production company, So we just took it from there, and then just my whole thing is always just reinventing yourself to become better. It's more like a evolution, like a constant evolution, and the company honestly goes through its waves and its changes too. But it's just kind of to show like seasons of reinvention.
Yeah, I mean, I would say in the name it makes sense. You should understand that we're going to be reinventing this.
Change,
we're going to continually have that. Now, you all do more than just the music videos. You handle like other things. Like I saw some product photography that you just did. Like those product videos were beautiful. On top of that, man, you do so many different like other event photography and stuff like that. How are those industries in comparison? Because I mean, you came from the music videos because that's where you were, and now it seems like you kind of shifted more over to other lanes. How is that?
One thing I can say about the music video, like I like the creative side of it more, a lot more. I love the creative freedom. I feel like I'm more of a creative than a corporate person. but I have the ability to solve corporate problems and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So I
So you
dabble
kind of get
with
to
it.
use both sides of
I
your
love
brain here.
I love to challenge myself and challenge my brain, and sometimes sit down with people and they be like, "Yeah, we trying to figure this out and do this thing."
How to like market an event
Yeah,
or how to
yeah.
like get a product. That's
Yeah.
really cool. You usually hear a lot of people who are creative be like, I hate when I got to do the corporate stuff because you know
Nah.
it's boring and this and
Yeah.
that. But it's like it's very interesting to hear somebody who doesn't
Yeah.
look at it from that standpoint.
Sometimes when I get in my corporate bag, I be hating the music videos because I be studying like a lot of corporate strategy for my business though. Even though I don't like outright do it, but I just be stocking it for like I know like if I want my business to get to a certain point, or if I want to do another video production company differently than Reinvented, I can do it like this.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like how Reinvented is like super custom tailored and stuff like that, and one of a kind and tasteful. And I don't want to grow off that. But if I want to build like a more like corporate strategy, I feel like I could just from what I learned and what I like to study with business.
That's
So
what's
that
up.
made
You
me
kind of
like
get
working
to,
with them.
you get to spin both times in both
Yeah.
worlds. That's
Yeah.
dope, man. You kind of get to mix together worlds that seem to always be pitted against each
Yeah, they
other. Like a
pit
lot of
against each
people
other.
think that like the corporate and the creative can't really exist.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of those people to be honest, man. I hate my 9 to 5 when it comes down to
Understand.
doing something else from 5 to 9. You know,
Yeah.
like when I get to flip, I'd rather always take the other side of it. But like that's really cool when you get to marry them together and you get to kind of like get those things in one place.
It's the people I get to work with. I'm gonna be honest, like I really love my people, my melanated people. So like, especially if I get to work with like successful Black people, I'd be ecstatic.
Oh yeah,
We
that's
could be
dope.
doing something boring like shooting an interview, but I'm like, dang, this story interesting.
It's like, man, let me at least listen.
Yeah,
like, you know, I'm gonna have to go
yeah.
edit this for 3 hours
Yeah,
anyway, so
yeah.
I'm gonna pick up some game somewhere.
Man, if we gonna talk about things I hate, sometimes I hate editing corporate videos.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Now,
Definitely
this
that.
is the other side, the dark
Definitely
side of all of it.
Definitely that.
How's the editing process? What is that like? Like for Ja-Wan the director, like let's say you're getting
Yeah.
ready to put an edit together. Do you need like a good setting, a good vibe? Is there a time of day?
Yeah.
What's the energy there?
I like to edit early in the morning. I'm like a morning
Whoa,
person.
man, that's
Crazy.
we got some polar opposites
I
going
used to
here,
be
bro.
like I used to be a late night editor though.
Mhm.
But I started waking up in the morning like 6. My body naturally wake up with the sunlight. I
Yeah.
just run or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Drink water, eat fruit in the morning, and then by the time it's like 7 o'clock, I'm like I can't help it. What else I'm gonna
It's
do?
like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, what
else
else I'm gonna do?
It's like, let me just get some work done.
Yeah,
Shit.
I be emailing people that ain't even at their office.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, emails, bro. You can't catch me till about 10.
Nah, like phone calls is my thing. You can't catch me till later, like noon.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
I
up at
agree with
7.
that.
I don't
Phone
wanna
calls
talk
should
to
all
you.
be in PM times. That's
Yeah.
real.
I don't want to talk. But the editing gets done in the morning. But I ain't gonna lie, you know, sometimes you be just on the edit all day.
Yeah. So
that.
like, how are those days? Like, are you a person where it's like I gotta sit here till I get this like one frame damn near perfect? Like, or is it like you can knock these things out easily back to back to back without like getting as into the weeds on it?
I try not to overthink it though. I try
Okay.
to stay in my flow state. You feel me? And be in my flow. But I know to revise though. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to be super hypercritical. I try to be like intuitive in that.
Yeah, I was about to say you could get really nitpicky when it comes down to like sitting down with something, especially when you have so many options. Like in
Exactly.
shooting
That's
a
why you
music
shouldn't
video,
do it. That's why you shouldn't be so
like-
because you got so many options. You really like people get so nitpicky, but it's like you really
they're
can't
like,
make
but
no
I want this
mistake.
scene from this part here, but then I want it to
Yeah.
go to here, and you're just like, man,
Yeah,
hold up, like
sometimes it don't make
you
that
can
big of a
get
difference.
way too into the weeds on those things, and I always
Yeah.
wondered, like, do people like pull their hair out over these, like trying to figure out those
Yeah.
moments?
Some people do, like people I work with. I ain't gonna lie, I try to stay away from that though. I think it's a sign of fear.
Yeah,
know what I'm
your
saying?
self doubt.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
got to be a
little
form
self-doubt.
of it.
And it's like, and I just kind of, I have high attention to detail though. Like you could look at just my videos until I got high attention to detail. And I do like try to get my cuts. Like he watched me edit, I try to cut on the same beat. Like or
Man,
even when it's even not
that's
even a music
appreciated.
video.
For
but
people
even the actual
who
video.
like music and music videos,
Yeah.
I love when the music is synced, bro.
Yeah.
I do a lot of work with different people who work with film edits, and I'm always just
Yeah.
like, bro, just let me do the audio. Just
I feel it.
after you're done with it, just give it to me. I'll make sure the music syncs
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
hate it. Could take you out of an entire
It
whether it
can.
be a commercial, whether it be
Yeah.
a music video, even if it's just
Yeah.
like a recap of an event.
Yeah.
You can get taken out if those videos are not switching on appropriate beats, man.
And also like switching on beats for people who watching this video is also a concept when there's no music and it's a regular scene. It's also a cut rhythm to the scene. So when I say I'm particular, it's certain things I'm particular about.
Yeah.
I'm particular about those certain things. But when it comes to like, man, like the way you was kind of looking, if it don't look to me weird, because I'm looking at it like a viewer. If it don't look weird, I'm not gonna be so nitpicky about it. I'm not gonna,
It's just making sure that it has that flow that keeps your attention.
Yeah,
and I would say all of your videos do just have those attention grabbing. I was like, you can't look away for too long because you might miss something. Like you might miss something nice in there. You might miss like a cold cut. You might miss something that's gonna hit on that beat so perfectly, man. So I appreciate that. It's just a fan of your work, man.
Thanks, bro. That's man. That means a lot because I definitely take it serious.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about almost like a in-between of the music and the corporate-ish type space.
Yeah.
These videos you've been making with Gold Haze, man,
Yeah.
you two have been working together since, I think, his little book dropped. I think he had like
fire.
he had a book, Your Potential is Endless, I believe it is, man. Go cop it if you have not.
Good read,
those promos were done by none other than Ja-Wan The Director, bro.
Right.
It was amazing to see you two working together because I knew you from different walks almost. Like I knew Hayes from this side. I knew like your work over here. To see the collab was so dope. How was that? Like, what's that experience almost doing those different things? You got the Beat Club video in the studio.
Right.
Man, like how is that kind of combination of that?
Yeah, just that ability to pick up that storytelling, definitely like the visual style of it come from music videos, and the storytelling and getting the message across in a short ad comes from the corporate style. Like even
I'm about
the Beat
to say
Club
30
stuff.
seconds, bro.
Exactly.
Y'all telling good stories.
Exactly.
Like I've never seen reels that were just hitting so perfectly.
I appreciate that because you know how much pride I take in that. Because I'm like, I know, like in my mind.
Like, bro, I get that he's like, because I mean, and specifically speaking on the one where he was in the studio working on the song, like it's like, man, you all told this story and got out of there so quick. Like told the story, video logo on the screen. Like it was over with. That was nice.
Because that was my whole mindset when putting this together. Like, it was one of them. I gotta show how they made this beat in 30 seconds.
For real,
it's hard.
While it's playing in the background, like, and I gotta put something off. But I mean, I feel like the shots you chose are great. Like we get the shot at the keyboard, we get to see both of them moving around at the same time. We get to see the focus, and it's like this is maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah, you got it. I get that from that corporate stuff, man.
And that's what I'm saying, man. You found the marriage between those two things. You got that Gold Haze and the Beat Club one that just went so crazy, in my opinion.
Love.
Now, like, reels are new. TikTok and this is new. This is not what we were doing pre-pandemic.
Yes, sir.
As an editor yourself, what is this switch like, man? Because like you used to have to tell a narrative in 3 minutes. Like your 3-minute ad was the thing, but now if you can't get it in a reel, it's game.
So for the longest time, like I always want, because like I have a hard problem with trends.
Same,
like,
bro. I hate them. I never want to get
into it. But this real one, I actually cracked it. And it's crazy because I was telling Fader before I get here, like how me and Tay been doing the rollout. I was like, well, I'm like, you could, go the typical route and invest in music videos, but like the goal is really to get people to hear your project.
Exactly.
So in that case,
the music video is supposed to be to get you to listen to the project.
Yeah, but we also kind of like we playing with we putting audiences in many different places though. So it's like I'm trying to have them watch the snippet here, then watch the video here, then listen to the project here. So I'm like, let's just hit the socials with the short form content, them 20 hard seconds, and then they gonna be running to that other platform.
And you give it almost that same cinematic quality you would have gave to the video. You're gonna give it the same edit energy that you would have gave to the video.
Yeah.
But now you're only porting them to one source.
Yeah, and it's like you don't even have to try to spread yourself.
Bro.
I'm giving everybody watching the gym.
I hope anybody listening. I hope you
Let
heard
me say
that.
one more thing. Budget. Because we talking, because like I ain't gonna lie, let's have
reels
budgets.
ain't cheap these days.
Yeah. But listen, that's better video budget for besides a full video though. Like you could have props, a cool setting and everything, and you ain't even coming off no cheese.
Also, like with reels, that camera is gonna be vertical.
Yeah.
You could do 2 sets, 1 room, move some shit around. Like, bro.
It's so like efficient. It's so efficient with putting out content.
I feel like you have found the finesse of this market.
Yeah, and I'm giving it away, which is crazy. but I can't say I always want to be this kind of person.
Yeah,
to
that's
drop
the goal
gems,
though. It's like, bro, like
so I'm not mad.
We're learning it to give it to other people because that's so
yeah.
dope, man. Like just giving people the clip and sending them one place is revolutionary.
But listen, I did it. I said it first. I'm on my Soulja
no.
Boy.
We got you on record. We got you on record. You can come back on your Big Draco energy in 15 years. You can.
Yeah. So that's kind of how. Even with the Gold Haze thing, and especially the stuff with Cash, like I literally started working on a video yesterday for him for a reel, and I never did it like this before.
Just trying these new methods.
Just trying these new methods, bro. And it's funny you asked that because it's so perfect timing because I do feel like I found a niche with that.
And you did, bro.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question that I ask all artists who come on the podcast, but I'm going to flip it a little bit because you're a director. All so I always ask, what's their dream project? Like, if you could get the perfect studio, if you could get the features you want, all of that. But I feel like I got to flip it because you're a director. What's the perfect dream project? Is it a movie, a TV show, a music video? Like, you could do it for like whatever artist you want. You can get whoever you want in the building with you. What's the setup?
That's very tough.
Oh, of course. And it only solid for 24 hours. So look, if you change your answer tomorrow, it's all good. I always try to tell people that. Because you get weird. It's like, hey, look, tomorrow you might have thought of 3 more new people you might have did it with. But just right now, like, what would that dream project be for you?
I'd always have wanted to do like a commercial for Bathing Ape. I love fashion.
Man.
I love fashion. I love how fashion.
I didn't even put commercial in there, but commercials. Bro,
fashion commercials are real. When it comes to artistic visual gems, that's really the like.
Because you have to show off a product, but you also have to add a cinematic style to it. It's got to be equally as catchy, but this time you don't have lyrics. This time you don't have the like event or something of an interview to get off. You're just trying to show off purely an item.
Yeah, and it's like a lifestyle-based marketing.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to make somebody feel like that. So
you have to get really analytical with that too, because you have to know who your market. Like I feel like that editing style might even switch depending on the product.
Definitely does.
So like, why did you pick Bathing Ape? Like you feel like that's your lane right there.
I love streetwear.
Okay.
Man, yeah, I just really love streetwear. But honestly, it's funny, like a lot of people don't like Gucci, but I like Gucci commercials though. So like I wouldn't even mind doing a Gucci commercial.
Just because you feel like you get some cold shots off.
Yeah, because they be having these crazy aesthetics. I'm big on aesthetics, or even like I would like to work with The Weeknd because it's visual aesthetics.
Man,
them the things that drive me be the aesthetics.
Yeah, you'd be like, man, we could do something insane here that no one else has done because it's not gonna have a look of anything.
Exactly.
That's really cool. So you don't even want. That's really interesting. So you don't want anything that's of the norm. It seems.
Yeah, no, not really.
To do something that's just so out of the box.
Yeah, I like just my abstract video style. I like how it is, how it's niched down and stuff like that.
Anything else besides commercials in that dream project line?
I definitely do want to get into films because I'm heavily inspired by Belly because Belly is a very abstract film cinematically. Man. You know what I'm saying? You never see films that look like
I don't
Belly.
think I've ever watched that movie analytically. Maybe I need to.
Oh, you should. First of all, the plot is really good, honestly.
Definitely. I
can like when you that's the thing. Really
like, I feel like I've watched
corny,
it. I watch it with nostalgia, and that's the difference. Like sometimes I'll watch a movie and I'll be like, I'm here to be critical. That's like a second watch through of a Marvel movie. I'm here to be critical type shit.
I'm not gonna say it's corny, but it got certain things about it that are typical that you would see coming because you know how in a certain era, like a lot of black films had a.
And I mean, we're also looking at it retroactively, meaning that like we're looking at it like through it's corny because it's old. Like the further you get away from it, the more corny it's gonna get. Yeah, but I feel like I gotta rewatch that with like just the lens on of like how it's being created.
I really like the plot, but the cinematography, bro, is amazing. So like I really just want to make very abstract visuals. I'm definitely, and honestly, man, like it's a lot of stuff, bro, that I really want to do.
You just want to try it all, man.
Yeah, like just having a platform that can just spew out different types of content. Like I wouldn't even mind having like a platform with a countdown for videos, like how Sucker Free used to be.
Man,
like, you feel what I'm saying? Like we don't got stuff like that no more.
Can we get back to music video kind of? Is there a way to even do that in today's world without using something like a Twitch? But then you get copyrighted everywhere.
Yeah, probably got to be like a Twitch, but but it's
there's like nowhere you could go to just turn on for like a 106 in Park type countdown of the music videos, or like an MTV where they would just run them for like hours upon end.
I ain't gonna lie. So for one, like the marketing in the music industry is different, but I ain't gonna lie though. If we want to get back to that, we got to get back to better music videos. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
there's some good ones out here though. I'm not gonna act like it's not.
There are some good ones out here. I find myself leaning more towards enjoying the narrative videos these days.
I understand.
You can't impress me too much with just the flashy videos anymore because I feel like I've seen too many everybody has on the most expensive watch. Everybody has, this party is something I can never get into. Like that's not gonna intrigue me anymore. Like I really need like what's the story here? How is this making my listening experience for the song better? That's a big question I have in music videos because that's how I felt about those early 2000s music videos. Even when you get to like the Missy Elliott and stuff where like the dancing it played such a part to enhancing the audio. And it's like when you get to that level,
it's like a performance almost.
It's like for real. Like this is the same thing she would have done if she was at the Grammys.
Exactly.
Like she just used the video to do it.
Yeah,
and
it kind of is like that too.
She used every different weird trick she could to get the idea out of her mind.
Yeah, it's very abstract, and it's like, you know, they kind of just having fun with their artistry. They embodying their artistry, not taking themselves too serious and stuff like that. You know?
Definitely.
You know,
I think that's got to be a part of it. You got to be willing to just be like, let's get a crazy idea off. Like, who cares, or who's trying to think about what it does or looks like, or does this fit brand or something? It's like, does it fit what you created? Add it to the creation already.
Yeah, or even if it's just like super artistic, like it's just different, shot different, light lit different, and just orchestrated different. Like, you already know ASAP different with the visuals.
Definitely.
Like, different bag, you know. It's a lot of people that's really good with the visuals, though, but he's somebody who's very abstract with the art. You know?
That's what's up. Now, we talked about that dream project, and I want to just backtrack a little bit to ask you what your favorite project to date you've worked on is. Man. If you got one off the top of the head right now.
Like favorite as far as like shooting it or the final product? Because you know,
either one. You know, I want to answer for both because I'm sure there was probably one where it was like, that was probably my favorite set I had ever did. Everything was coming together great. We had good light. And then like, what's the one where it's like you put the edit together and you were just like, I'm the coldest motherfucker to ever do it.
Dang, bro, this is really difficult.
Of course, man. I mean, you did. Every project's got to be treated with so much care,
bro. I just don't know, man. I never thought I'd get on the interview and be like, I don't know.
It's like, man, I always be looking at people like, how you don't have an answer
how don't
for
you have
that
an
question?
answer? Right.
But it's like, nah, man. I see how.
Like everyone I be liking. Man, it's really like, because if I say something, I'm gonna feel bad when I say in another video.
It's like, but not that, but that one was cold too. And that one, okay, man, I don't want to put you in the corner then.
It's different. It's different.
Definitely, man. Well, I mean, that just means that you take such good pride in your work. That means that everything you put out is of that quality. So I do, I commend that answer as
hard,
well,
bro.
man.
I try to get better with everyone and enjoy each one more too. Like,
that's
I try
cool.
to get deeper in my process. You feel me?
That's falling in love with the creation. Like that's falling in love with that process from beginning to end, man. And that's even why you're a guest on the show here, man. First director on the show, because I feel like there's so much more creativity behind it. I think watching your work and seeing you work with Cassius, because that's who I had found out about first before I saw your work, where I really, saw it. And I saw somebody who was putting themselves inside of the work. Yeah, so it was really cool.
Sure, bro. I try to be in that world and create that world. Like every video I shot, I try to go in that world and create that world. But it's still kind of like Reinvented Pictures though. Mm-hmm. And I just have my certain little signatures that I do, just how I shoot. I got a certain eye. I like certain colors and stuff like that, and certain just things I like to do. But yeah, I try to go in that world and create that world. And a lot of people say like, you did a real good job just doing this. And I'm like, well, I kind of studied you a little bit. Like
it was like, man, I already had a profile built around you.
I did my prospecting.
That's really dope, man. Hey, that's really dope that you take this much pride in your work and that you do this much, man. Now, I got one last question for you that I like to ask people as well. What do you do to keep up with your creativity? So how do you make sure you're not burnt out from all of this? Or if you do get burnt out, what's that thing that refuels that creativity, that makes you get back into it?
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We with the meditation and everything.
Meditation?
We definitely with the walks and the nature.
Okay, I thought you was going to say you just got to watch Belly and you back in it. Nah.
Let me tell you, I have more though. If I don't feel like shooting videos, I just start DJing.
That's what's up.
Or I was making them really clothes.
Yeah, I was about to say you did. So the clothes, is that the offshoot from that? So do you go into these other creative lanes?
Yeah, that's what I do. I just hop in other creative bags.
Man, that's so dope. Like, I feel envious of the people who can hop into those realms. Because I mean, when I say that you come into it with quality, like it's not like you came in here and did it bad. Like you did that one Jordan piece where I was just like, this looks perfect. Like this was made by somebody who was doing videos a month ago. Like I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, like with videos, I kind of. Man, even with videos, there's so many things you could dive into. I kind of just get deep into stuff.
You might just have to get to a different bag of the same sector to get that creative refuel.
Yeah, you feel me? Just break it down more.
That's what's up, man.
So yeah, that's how even with the design and stuff like that, that definitely came from just learning different. I ain't gonna lie, artistic aspects. Because one thing about video is like it got all elements of art combined: music, painting. Because you got the lighting and stuff like that. Then you got I don't know. All the other different forms of art.
I mean,
I don't know.
there's so
It's
much
like,
stuff though. I
you know,
mean, when it comes
architecture's
down to
evolving,
it,
man.
when I had Cassius on the pod for the beginning of the season, he had mentioned about the Alone in Blue Hour project, where like you all were both on this creative wave of Blue Hour, and then Portrait 400 coming into play, and I was just like, y'all be in the weeds, like in the art that you all do. It's nothing that's just gonna be like one thing. It's gonna be I'm in every piece of this art and it all connects, man.
Yeah, that's facts though. I ain't gonna lie, it definitely is. We kind of just have the eye for a lot of the same stuff.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I try to work with people that got an eye for a lot of the same stuff. Cause like I also like I like that, but it's also other different kind of stuff I like. So I work with people, you know what I'm saying? I just plug and play. Just work with people I work best, and work with people who really dedicated to their greatness. Like I'm really big on that. I'm telling you, like I really want to blaze a path with the people I work with.
It's like if you care, it's so much easier to work with somebody.
You have to care.
It's so much easier to work with people. It makes the experience so much better.
You have to care with me. Man, I'm like that coach.
I feel that.
Like I ain't gonna lie. Like you got one time to send me off.
Don't come out here if you ain't ready to actually get involved.
Yeah, don't send me off. I take that personal. I don't take it personal, but it's like you gotta. It's
like you got your one chance.
You got your chance. You know. Let me see. Now I gotta see if you're serious again.
For real, man. Now, look, before we get out of here, man, do you got anything new on the way? Anything you want to shout out? Anything you want people to be checking out for?
Yeah, man. You know, since Fader here, actually, I must really say this. It's a must. I say we dropped a Beast Mode video, bro. Bro, listen. The video is hard. I'm trying to think when that video come out, like 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
So we shot it like in October or something like that. And bro, it's like I'm telling you, you can be creative without doing too much, and it's just hard. Y'all have to watch Beast Mode.
That's what's up, man. Look, we have to, and you know, since you're not an artist, and we usually have artists on the show for the outro, I think we gotta play a little bit of that video for him, bro.
Play Beast Mode.
I think we gotta play him a little bit of that video, man. If you're listening on the audio episode, it's gonna be linked in the description, man. So make sure to check it out. Thank you so much for coming on to the show, man. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective, man. Everybody at home, make sure you're tuning into the podcast. We're dropping another one next week, man. Thank you, Ja-Wan, for coming in here and being on this show. Thank you all for watching, and we out.
Okay, hey, this is what I want you to do, shorty. I want you to take that wood you just rolled up. I want you to flame that motherfucker up right now, shorty. I want you to take that drink you just pulled up. I want you to down that motherfucker right now, shorty. It's time, shorty. Okay.